Hello everyone and welcome to the first episode of Building the NHR in Trainz. I held a few polls a couple of days ago and everyone said yes regarding the series, if it should exist or not. So here we are with the first episode, and we will be working at Eldham Cove on the Camwren Branch line / tramway. So what you can see me doing here on this sped up footage, which is what we'll be doing the rest of the series in, I'm putting in a fence beside the track. I originally had it so it ran round the pavement, but I had an idea and I'll show you that after I put in this crossing here. And you can see I did try many different ways to get it to go over the track. Tried using different crossing boards and things like that, but it didn't look right with the wooden boards for the road, so got rid of that, just increased the height of the wooden boards themselves, and said that's it, that's all I'm going to do. Which, in the end, the result, it's not bad, is it? It's quite good. Would have liked it if I could have gotten some crossing boards to go over, but that's okay. Putting in some more fences here, this one going over to the bridge, and the other one will be going down to the harbour, port where the canal is, canal docks as I call it, which is where this town is mainly based upon what it gets from the canal, so we've got a track running down there. Anyway, over here I decided to put a pub in this area, you know, where the local townspeople can come and spend an afternoon or an evening and have chats and, you know, hold meetings and things like that. So got a few textures, road textures, kind of fill in the area, make it look not grassy, because that'd look rubbish. There we go, I've put in an opening here, and you will see me place down some parking lots in a minute after this fence, and then I'll stay silent for a bit while you watch me put in that, because there's not much to talk about there. So with this section here for the parking lots, I decided to put down some cars, and then I put down some older cars like this Porsche here and the Jaguar, and then I decided, you know what, I will make it a classic car kind of meetup, you know, for people in the town who have older cars like this, and then I put them one space apart so people can walk around them and admire them, and that's how that turned out in the back there next to the tracks. And I put down some regular cars and a van at the back, you know, as regular people / deliveries at the pub, and then did a few things over at the station, and then the canal. And you can see I'm kind of jumping around a bit here and there, just whatever pops into my head / whatever comes up in the object list. I just place down like this, the Textile Mill. I found a few places and decided I wanted it over there by the road. Then I went on to put some platform trolleys down because they showed up. And really, sometimes I don't search for things and they'll just come up and I'll say, oh, that would work well here, and then I place it down. So here I'm putting some lamps down along the side of the road. Now the road isn't exactly straight compared to the grid, so I had to go back and adjust some of these lamps, but that's okay. it's not too much trouble. And I will be adding some on other streets when there's more pavement to put them on. And I set to work putting some cars and things down here for the station parking lot. And then you can see here I'm trying to find different warehouses to put over here until I found one that was called Loading Dock, so I put that one there, and that's why that's there now. I quite like how the canal dock is turning out so far. Actually, it's quite appealing to look at, especially how I've set up the track layout and everything with the rails embedded into the ground. I just like doing that. So over here we've got this 1882 dock crane, and I decided that I would make it look a bit abandoned because this section's a bit of the older bit of the canal, and this is the bit where it gets really interesting because basically a long time ago this dockyard would have been relatively busy, and over time this side of the dock has fallen out of use, and it's just kind of left derelict now. But that's okay because it gave me a chance to make the crane look a bit less used than the model shows. But when I go back and do the older years version of this route, so to speak, I will clean up all of that clutter that I've chucked all over the place and make the crane look like it's the best crane on the dock, because it probably was back in its day. But nowadays, you know, they've got those bigger electric cranes over on the other side, and they do the job just fine compared to this old steam powered crane. I tried rotating the crane here as well, but it wasn't allowed to be rotated, which is a shame because I would have loved to kind of have it looking like it was listing over, but then it probably wouldn't look as realistic. Really, it would look a bit dangerous, and the council would have probably taken it down. So I put up this fence, made it look a bit more sectioned off, and then I jumped back over here again with the jumping around. Placed some more grass on this hill because it was really bugging me how the plain texture was just the way it looks compared to the other side of the station where I've got grass everywhere. So these 3D grass splines actually do look really nice, not from above, they look a bit jagged obviously because the splines, but you get down to an average person's ground level and you can kind of see there, it does look quite decent. And I have used that method across other sections of the NHR that I've been building live on stream over the last 3, 4, 5 months now. And then here I started putting down a fence, chain link security fence it's called, just to kind of section off the properties, because there are businesses that own certain sections of this dock, so that's why the fence is there. It's also to keep other people out, obviously. Then I decided to put down a security office beside the level crossing here because they wouldn't just let anyone down there. They'd have to have a reason, like own a boat or work at the dock. There's dock crew, crane operators, all that, loco operators. So I kind of sectioned that bit off there. Left a bit for the pedestrians, of course, to go over the crossing that I put there earlier. And then here you can see I'm removing the fence and bringing it round so it doesn't cut through the security building. And in a second you will see, after these doors go down on either side, these chain doors, you'll see me, I'll get rid of the building for a brief moment just to put down some more pavement splines and line them all up properly on the inside and get rid of that extra bit of fencing there, just to make it look a bit more complete on the inside, as you can see there. Quite happy with how the route is turning out so far. And then here I wrote Eldham Canal Dock on the sign, and I wanted to place it on the pavement, but it didn't fit very well. It was very obstructive, so I decided to put it on top of the security building instead, and that's where it will stay until I find a better looking sign to go up at the top there. Private property sign there, trespassing. It's obviously it is owned by the council really, and they don't just let anyone down there. Got a bit crazy with road signs after. Slippery when wet, stop sign, and you should turn around in a second. Yep, T junction, double arrows, there we go. So I had these yellow arrows down, and then I found some chevrons, and although they look good, they kind of clash with the yellow. So when I found a sign that it's like two chevrons either side, road sign stripes it's called, I put that down. It looks a bit better there. This is when I was looking around for some more signs and things like that until I gave up. Went back to texturing a little bit, just to fill in the blanks here and there. And then over here, this is when, while I was thinking of new ideas, I decided to put the signals down. This is what I do a lot of the time when I'm route building. I put down all the stuff that I have an idea for, and then I go back to signalling. And I put in signals everywhere while I'm trying to think of an idea that I can execute on the map. You can see I'm just trying out different signals there, seeing what looks best. Screen's getting a bit laggy there. Right, so with the signals in place, I went over to the dock, and this is the final clip now for this episode, putting in some pond scum just to kind of make it look like this section of the dock doesn't really have any boats pull up to it often, because you know the rest of the dock is used instead, and they don't get as much traffic as they did back in the 19th century. But yes, that's it. So I'm going to leave you with with a montage of some clips that I filmed. I hope you enjoyed the first episode, and I will see you next time. Thank you very much for watching, everyone, and goodbye.
Reach for the speed, reach for the whistle, go where the rail may run. Reach for the words, reach for the story, follow the rainbow sun. To a shining time station, where dreams can come true, waiting there for you. To see, so far to travel, so much to learn to know. Friends by your side, hopes to hold on to, who knows how far you'll go. To a shining time station, where dreams can come true. Your own imagination waiting there for you. Reach for the wind, reach for the whistle, go where the rail may run. Reach for the song, reach for the story, follow the rainbow sun. To a shining time station, where dreams can come true, waiting there for you. So much to see, so far to travel, so much to learn to know. Friends by your side, hopes to hold on to, who knows how far we'll go. To a shining time station, where dreams can come true. Your own imagination's waiting there